What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be taking a look at an unlimited MUT coin maker in Madden 25. Right now with this house rules, it's really important that you guys get your games in. I know that there's been some complaints like, yo, getting to that 6th game, but after I've asked every single one of my viewers, like, well, not every single one of them, but most of the guys that actually still play the game in May, many of them who I know for a fact, like, they are not good players, are winning and holding on to packs. All right, so there's a few things that I'm going to need you guys to know about within the game. Number one, okay, make sure you stay up to date with your challenges with the Theme Team Surge. They're going to be dropping it periodically. By the time you get to the end, you're going to get that Chris Johnson. For those of you guys that are just looking to upgrade your team and you're not really even focused on making a lot of coins, you just want to have good players, Chris Johnson will be suitable for you guys. Just know that he's short, so he won't be able to spin. But this is one of the other ways that you can go ahead and get yourself some coins, get some 92 Theme Team fantasy packs, and things of that nature. So stay tuned for that as they drop it. Again, the way that they have it set up right now, this is here. So I didn't even know that they dropped it because they didn't drop part 2 of anything. But when you go to it, it's not there. So I was like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they're going to be dropping it and, you know, we could go ahead and try to get it done early. No, it's not there. So again, regardless of whatever they're doing, and maybe it's an error, because usually when they drop it early like that, we usually bang it out quick, and it's like glitches with packs and stuff like that. Sometimes they turn out to be auctionable, but I kept going back and forth with this and trying to figure out like, yo, what's going on? But it's still, we got to wait for the actual drop probably. But take a look at it throughout the day and see if it actually pops up. And if it does, get those stars. All right, so you get the field pass done, because the field pass is also going to help you save coins, because inside of the field pass, when you get to the end of it, you're going to get that Tim Tebow. So whatever quarterback you have right now, you're probably not going to need that quarterback, which is going to turn into more coins for you. So the overall program of the Theme Team Surge is extremely good. You just have to know what to focus in on and what to lock in with. All right, now we're going to go over a few things so that way you guys understand what's happening as far as like storing your packs and stuff like that. As you go through the house rules, every time you get 6 wins, you're going to get a pack that has 2 97 pluses in them, which means it's a chance that you'll get a limited if you wait for the next drop. Okay, so the whole goal is to make sure that you're getting these wins. Whenever you play, it doesn't matter what time of the day, try to get in there, just keep clicking the button, just play the games. They're relatively quick, unless you get a real sweaty every now and again, but for the most part, it is relatively easy to do. All right, so now, as you get those packs, right, for the next drop, which drops, like, I guess, it tells you right there when the next event is gonna be, so in the next 3 days, right, which will bring us to Thursday, that's when that actual drop is supposed to happen. So the challenges may not show up there, but if they do, play them and see if you get glitchy with one of the packs. Anyway, so this will expire in 3 days, which is Thursday. That's great, all right? That's gonna be the next part. So we're storing all of the packs. No matter what, you're storing them, okay? Listen, no excuses, bro. Do not open the packs anymore. Clearly, it's going to be limited. It's going to be another part to it, and it's going to be 3. Now, for those of you guys that are asking about fan appreciation, that's a whole nother promo. So I don't know what they're going to do to top these cards, but it's probably going to get real nasty. So we're going to have 6, all right? Because we get 2 of those per pack, you know what I'm saying, when you win the whole sequence. So there's going to be 6 packs, and we're going to have 6 chances of pulling a 99 limited. My goal is to have at least 12 of those. Right? I'm going to try to have 12 by the time that we get to Thursday, which means it's going to, it's going to be a little bit of grinding involved with what's going on there. Now, when you go over to the way that everything is set up, right, and you start to check the prices, and a lot of you guys can be like, yo, G, what if I'm trying to make the coins right now, and I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for Theme Team to drop. I need some coins right now. They're dropping things that I like. They're dropping promos that I like, stuff like that. Let's talk about that really quickly. All right, so we're going to go over to, where are you? Theme Team Surge right here, right? We're going to take a look at the players, and this is why I try to explain, the reasoning behind why I do things. If you look at the prices, right, everything has come down. The Warren Sapp, the Tom Brady, Perry, Hendricks, all of them, they've all come down, right? Because the cards, as they get older and, people are looking to the next part of a promo, it's going to drop by itself. It's just going to keep going down. People are not going to spend the same amount of money when they know there are other players that are just as good. So that's going to continue to go down. All right? Continue to, just look at everything that's happening. I'm going to show you guys what's going on with the 97s. Now, for those of you guys that are like, yo, G, you're holding on to those 97s. I see you, bro. I know what you're doing because we're going to need the surge to upgrade the new players, right? So this is another thing, right? For those of you guys that are real like coin snipers, like you guys are like in the auction house, like you lurk the auction house, you snipe, you do all that stuff. These 97s that you have here, if EA Sports releases it in a similar way, where they have, you know, new 97s and it's going to be new players like the 92 players to power up and all that stuff, these players by default are going to go back up to that 200K mark because everybody's going to need them to power up the other cards. So just understand what happened, right? With the first drop, it took 600K to power up one card. Whatever it was, the 92s, the 97s, whatever they were, 94s, doesn't really matter, right? What's going to happen if there's a card that they drop that's OP, which they probably will? I think you're going to get at least 2 or 3 out of each of the drops that are really, really wild, unless they just start dropping limiteds, which would be kind of weird. I do expect them to add more. So if you just want to lurk, right? And you're not trying to, you know, get the coins the way that I just explained to you guys, like actually playing the mode, you can make 20 to 30K when the, you know, the next release drops. But I don't think that that's a lot. But people actually do it because they just play the market, right? It's like, yo, it is what it is. I play the market. But one of the things about playing the market, if you invest in this and you end up, you know, they end up dropping really trash cards and it doesn't go up, you just take, you know, you're not going to take a major loss. You're going to take the 10% of whatever you paid for the card. It'll still be pretty low, but you're going to take 10% of it. So it's a gamble right there. Just remember also, there are no sets for this actual promo. All right. The one thing that we do know is that when they drop part 2, we're going to get another weekly event player. The first week event was Pat Tillman, which I made a huge mistake of rate selling him and not taking the 700K. I should have kept him, but you can see his price has also dropped because many people run the loop and he's a perfect looper, but I don't loop. So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? My looping days are retired. So I just quick sold them for coins instead of actually selling them. So that cost me. So there are a lot of ways that you're going to be able to make coins leading up to it. Because if you still haven't had your 6-0 run, you still do Pat Tillman. That's going to be like almost 550K. All right. So I wouldn't go, like I said, I wouldn't go with like trying to snipe these and make it 20, 30K. These type of sniping activities is when it's like early Madden. When you're like looking at a card and you're like, yo, I know they're going to put that up, and you'll grab it. We don't know what'll happen, you know, with the next drop. If it's gonna be trash, fan appreciation, they're gonna probably lower the prices of certain stuff because everything's gonna be pullable because EA is trying to get as much money as they can before we go into Madden 26. All of those things are a factor, all right? But as far as, you know, we know right now with the way the coin situation is, stay in house rules. Just play house rules all day long. Don't do any other mode. Start getting some 6-0 flawless runs and accumulating the packs. And you'll be all set for the drop on Thursday. Unlimited. Just keep doing it. And like I said, my goal is 12 packs. Make yours 15. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.